So I finally got something in the mail. And I'm gonna start building it. So I haven't done this before, so I'm going to take my time with this. And I'm really going to try to understand exactly what to do and describe kind of the problems I find, or if I don't find any problems, I'll say that too. This is a kit that has been supplied to me by Jim Starkweather from KitMaker Network. I'm very grateful for that. I think this is a really cool kit, and I actually started scratch building one of my own before this, before I understood that they were going to bring this kit out. But scratch building stuff is time consuming, and it's much more fun to do an accurate depiction of things, which this is. So here's where I am right now. I'm going to start construction just to see how it fits and see how the details are. So into the breach. So all of these are the A sprues, and we're going to get to those later in the build. Those are the actual missile container, or how do you build this? How do you explain it? The section where the missiles are, I guess, they're stored, where they're launched from. This is the B. We don't need that one right now. We're looking for C. This is going to be a thing of its own. I am not very good at painting figures, so this will be the last thing I do in terms of this build, and I'm not showing them if they look bad. Yeah, I don't want to be ashamed of myself. So here's the C sprue. This is the one we're starting with. And we need the C7, the C3, the C5, the C4, and the C1, I guess it's supposed to be. We'll start off by the 4. 4, I said 7, right? 7. Yeah, it's 7. seam line here. Strangely enough, in the middle of the board. Oh, I guess that's fused together from the old different types of elevations of the. Not an issue. Just scrape it off. Or sand it off as well. That feels good. There's actually a bit of a seam here too, alongside this one. This is not a problem really, it's just, so it's a pretty thick piece of course, so maybe you should have some understanding. And pretty soft plastic anyway. That's pretty comforting because that means it's not going to snap. Well, I do believe I've managed to forget a tab or two. That one's not supposed to be there, that's for sure. Looks like things that need to be removed as well. Here, I gotta be honest with you. The instructions are not bad. It's just that this angle is somewhat. No, it's not somewhat unclear. It's perfectly clear. It's just me being a dumbass. You can clearly see what needs to be removed there. I'm sorry. these sink marks here that I'm not sure if they're going to be seen. I need something to point with here. I don't know if you can see these. Where are we? Here, 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 here. There's a big one there, and another one there. I can't seem to be able to read instructions today. Interesting. I had a bit of a nosedive down the stairs about a week ago on Sunday. Smashed up my back and my leg pretty badly, but I went to the x-ray. Took an x-ray yesterday. Nothing was broken. It's just bleeding and swelling and inflammation, which makes the leg swollen and sore. So I can't be sitting down for too long because then I need to get my leg up in an elevated position again. Otherwise it's going to swell up. But, you know, that's what happens when you take a nosedive down the old staircase. That's just the depressing fact of the matter that I'm getting old. I've had a fall. I'm not 25 anymore, so those falls hurt. They take longer and longer to heal up. I scared the crap out of my kids as well. It's an old wooden staircase, so it's you know, gaps and joints that aren't completely sealed up. So there was a terrible noise before I came to a halt at the bottom. Anyway, I'm alive. Stuff hurts, but they didn't break, so I'm happy with that. Could have gotten much worse. I don't have any complaints. I'm just a little bit sore for a couple of weeks, I guess. So I'm fine with it. This means I don't think I have to fill those sink marks. Well, that big one is an issue. Two of them. But I'm not sure it's gonna... No, they're not gonna be seen. I'm happy with that. I realized that this is the first time I've ever done this. Well, I've realized a long time ago, but I also know that I'm not super good at seeing what people want to see. So in the editing process, I imagine that some of this stuff will be sped up or cut. And hopefully at the end of this, Jim Starkweather is still talking to me. If he hasn't fallen asleep. to say that these things they just fall together. I can see that there's going to be a bit of a gap issue in a few places. This is not going to be difficult to fix, you know. This stuff being as magic as it is, I love this stuff. Yeah, that's not going to be much. Most of it's going to get, you know, erased with the glue and the paint, but we'll see after primer. I think that it's not a bad idea to be aware of, that you might use some putty. Actually, I think that might be a good idea, to be vigilant. So, since my leg is killing me, I'm going to take a break and recuperate, and I'll be back a little bit later. One thing I'm missing right now is the fact that I can't listen to anyone else while I'm building, because usually I have what's it called, Genesis Smuldlecroft and Design. I think I like to listen to her while she builds, or Tactical Jackalope, or anything with James May. It's pretty good. I do love the reassembler. I like to have that on in the background. It's quite relaxing, I think. But that's not a good idea now when I'm building, because that's going to disturb everyone. So, not doing that. There's going to be a joint that disappears. No worries about that. Okay, I'm happy with this. So this is going to get glued together. So let's just remove the tape, shall we? And start gluing things up. I don't want to press this too much because that's going to warp the plastic, but there is some need for filler there. Not much, but I just want to get that gap out of it. That might have been me scraping too much there. It probably is. Old fool. So.
could have. I could have. I could have.
The 61 part is on this side. If I'm getting it, I think it should be this. Yeah, this is the, this is the way. This is the way. Mandalorian speaking. It's a pretty delightful kit to work with so far, and the plastic feels like a high quality plastic. It's not brittle, it doesn't shear, it's soft, it's flexible, not soft. The details seem pretty crisp. I thought they are pretty crisp, so no complaints there so far. And I guess that any of the fit issues that might occur, they're going to be caused by me. It's usually the modeler's hand. If it's not a professional modeler, i.e. me, it's going to cause the fit issues mainly. Unless it's one of those old Rebel kits that has been warped. I have a few of those kits from the old model kits. Great website. I'm not sure if they're still around, but I love that. They have a lot of old kits that are really, really classic. And they are old kits. So there's no point in complaining about the quality of the kits, because that's just the way they are. But I've always been very, very happy with the kits I bought from the website. And they're very nice to deal with as well, although it's been a long time since I did. But those old kits, those warped, badly engineered kits, they really test you, and they really make you, I think, it improved my skills very much, from being a complete hack to being a bit of a moderate hack anyway. So I love those kits. I made some mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes over the years, but mistakes that I've learned from, hopefully, as well, just by building those crappy kits. They're usually pretty fun to build as well. Yes. It says here, choose one. So I realize now that I should have chosen this one or that one. So just to make sure I haven't chosen the wrong one, is this the Israeli kit or the American kit? Well, the Israeli kit has that step, so that's not. They both have that kit. Oh, they both have that part. So, yeah. I didn't research that step. I didn't. That's my bad. I didn't look up that before. But here is something for you to look out for. two different kinds of steps. You need to choose that one or that one. I chose this one. Looking at the pictures back here, you can see that this is, oh, camera's getting in the way here. Here's the step that I chose. So it works for me. This is the one I want. It does look like this, to say one of the American assembly. Not as easy to see since it's dark, olive drab. But it seems to be the short one as well. So I don't know in what situation or context the longer one is, but that is clearly a heads up that I'd missed. The short one or the long one? Choose one. I chose that one, so I'm okay with it. Good. So when you get to here, you flip it over. This 35 goes here. And then on the opposite side, 36. Fits good.
I could have. I could have.
I want to flatten this wheel, but I also want to get rid of that gate. Good, good, good. See, now that I should have removed this seam line here, because if you look at this wheel here, there's a seam line there. I'm going to get to that once this is dry on both sides, but I'm going to do that in advance of the second one. So let's get the wheel first. Well, I should do that too. Okay, so the first step. The first step is done. So the only thing of the first step here that I missed, so that you can have a bit of an eye out for, is these choices. This choice between the long step and the small step, and the don't forget to flip this one over, because I didn't see it at first. I just kept looking at the wrong side. These two sub-assemblies are from 3 different sprues. Not a problem at all. Just it's just the fact that they are from three different sprues. The B, the D, and the E. Those small pieces here, the fiddler bits, are usually pretty brittle, and they break or bend when you snip them off the sprue. But these attachment points are so delicate, it's not a problem. It just flies off. Well, this one helps, of course. It's a pretty, I like this, the flat one. So that's pretty good. And then they are mounted. Let's see. They're mounted here. Like so. And I'm thinking about this side here. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. Here. Maybe I should do that. There is a gap here. It's a small one. And I'm contemplating if I should fill that before I go on. It's not a big problem, as you can see, but it is there. Can you see it? Something to dwell about, or dwell on. I'll fill that and see how much it sinks away, if it sinks away anything at all. Sometimes it does. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I love it. I'll let that dry. It won't hurt for the handles to get a bit more stiffly hardened into the plastic as well, because I bent that one a little bit. So I'll let that dry. I didn't bend that one. Good. Did something right. That's good. Put those to the side. Done. So the next step is to mount them on the actual platform. I'm going to move ahead a bit on step 3. Those utility boxes with the PE photo etch, and get those snipped off and mounted up as good as I can. So the first one is E13.
You're so good, but not for me. Don't try to be a person you'll never be. Can't see we're different, but it's not a secret. Every time I see you, I wanna say, I don't want to love you, don't want to fight, I don't want to talk all night.
Instructions next to this one, which means assemble first. So a small lightning bolt means assemble first. Oops. That one isn't going in. May need to thin this one out a bit. Should just slide in, but it doesn't, so we'll have to see if it fits now. Okay, assemble this one first. I gotta say, that's not the way I would have done it. With my big fat fingers, I would have done this one first, but maybe that would have prevented it from sliding. No, I don't think so. Well, it drops in almost. Thinking the glue will do its thing here. So it should go in. It's not a brilliant joint there, is it? No, it isn't. Oh. There's probably going to be some smoothing out there when it's hardened. The glue. The glue. Yep, that's it. So D12 and B19. B19.
Please, please forget my number. I will shout louder on my love. Oh, can't you say we're different? Boy, it's not a secret. Can't you say I'm not in love? Oh, can't you say we're different? Boy, it's not a secret. Can't you say I'm not in love? Oh, can't you say we're different?
I think we should smooth it out anyway prior to priming.
Can't you say we're different? Boy, it's not a secret. Can't you say I'm not in love? Oh, I don't want to love you. I don't want to fight. I don't want to talk all night. Please, please forget my number. I will shout louder on my love. I don't want to love you. Don't want to fight. I don't want to talk all night. Please, please forget my number. I will shout louder on my love.
First needle. I don't like that at all. It seems too long. Oh, yikes. Where did that one go? Found it. Photo etch time. Get stuck in the box here. It is a pretty nice set of photo etch. It's thick. Oh, there's a small bend there. I don't think there's going to be a problem. So, PE4, number 4. That's that one. Let's see. I don't know how I'm not a use. I don't usually do photo etch. But the good thing about this is, and I haven't seen this before, it's not attached anywhere. It's just, you just cut them out in the plastic. This is very good for me. Brilliant idea. This is probably not something new. Most of you probably have seen it before. I haven't, because I'm not a big photo etch user, but this makes the piece so clean. You don't have to cut anything off on the sides with a snipper or a scissor. I like that. There are markings on this one, or small circular details. That one's really on there. That one is really on there. So much so that it makes me a little bit nervous. I don't want to bend this one. Different types of plastics. Those small hole markings are for the pegs on the plastic part, just to locate it. Brilliant. Very brilliant. I am a fan right now. Let's see if there's any good super glue left in this. Might have to draw it out. All right. Yeah. Okay. it's not that much that sunk away. Either way, when I prime this, it's going to be easier to fix it, if there is any need for it to be fixed. Looks a lot better anyway. Okay. Handles out. Handles front. Let's go backward. Oh. Glue. And that means that this seam line here that I'm worried about is not going to be so visible as I first thought. That's good. Little push, pressure, and it looks good. I haven't test fitted this one, so I'm going to do that first, since the other one was a bit problematic. This one is really almost there. Much better. So that's probably, maybe I had this angle a bit off before. That's why it was a bit of a struggle to begin with. Struggle. I'm not, that's a big word for a small problem, but you know what I mean. It wasn't super easy. It was merely a hiccup. So pressure, and Bob's your uncle. And that is an expression I've never understood, and I've never looked it up, but I wonder what it means. Bob's your uncle. Never had an uncle called Bob. Highly relevant. Next step is step 4, but I'm going to let this dry for a while. I'm going to rest my leg again because it's starting to hurt. See you soon. So now we're deep into the build now, and I'm starting to realize that I need to change my way of going about this. If I keep doing it the way I have, it's going to be an 8-hour long video. No one wants that, least of all me. So I'm going to keep building, but I'm going to do it off camera. So I'm going to, when I've completed a piece, I'm going to sum up things and, you know, show them, show my progress like I have, but in a much more abbreviated way. Next move is to prime a lot of pieces before I start to paint them in their actual color. One problem I have so far is that the paint callouts, or the description of how to paint this. It's not brilliant. It doesn't say exactly what color each part should be. I realize most of it is sand or tan, but there were details, and I can't find pictures enough for those detailed parts to see exactly what kind of colors they're supposed to be. So I'm going to do my best, but it's going to be a much more summarized filming. So after this, otherwise it's going to go on forever. Cheers.